I was born in Germany, in the town by the name Obernkirchen in the province of Hanover. It was about 5 kilometers from Hanover, which is a very beautiful city, and a big city and very cultured city. And I had a sister who was 4 years older than me, and a brother who was 3 years older than me. So I was the youngest in the family. We all three had a very wonderful education. We went to private schools. I went to all-girls schools in the neighboring town. I had to get up every morning 6 o'clock, go to the train station, take the train to school. And during the winter time it was very, very cold. It was ice and snow, and I had to walk about a half an hour from the train station to school. And then after school, I had to go back to the train station. That was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. By the time I was home, it was 3:45, and it got very dark. And I had to do my homework. And I was very, very tired. And very often I fell asleep over my homework. Very good. So my mother was standing behind me and tried to help me, but I was so tired. I was just a skinny little girl, the smallest in the classroom, the skinniest in the classroom, but very good in sport and very good in learning, but I was tired because it was a strain on a little girl to go in the morning 6 o'clock and coming back at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We didn't know anything else. We were Germans all the way, you know. Our culture, our lifestyle, our food, whatever was German. And then it changed drastically when the new government changed to Hitler, and we people were regarded as, how can I say, outlaws, or inferior, and we really were thinking about to leave Germany for a better life to another country, which wasn't so easy to do. Meanwhile, my husband was in the concentration camp in Dachau, and when he came out of Dachau, within 8 days, we left Germany and immigrated to Argentina. In Argentina already, his brother was there to receive us, and we couldn't take any money along. We couldn't take anything along, just a suitcase, and we didn't have any money. But somehow, my father managed to get some money over the border through Holland, through a relative, which we later on got in Argentina. We landed in a German pension, you call it, but it's a boarding house, so to say, a German boarding house. And I was a very well-dressed person, very elegant, and we had our wonderful clothes and everything. And when we went to bed the first night, I could sleep very well. But when I awaked in the morning, my face was swollen, my arms were swollen, and I said, oh my God, what happened to me? So the lady came, the landlady came, oh, she said, that's nothing, just a few bed bugs you got here. You know what bed bugs are? They have these insects very much in South American countries. They are like, how do you say, like lice who are sucking your blood out and give you an infection. And then she came, oh, that's nothing. So she burned the mattresses and gave us a new mattress, and it was the same. So we stayed there for a week. And then we rented an apartment and we looked for work. But my husband didn't look for work. He opened immediately the most beautiful shoe store on the main street. But we didn't speak the language, so we had to hire personnel. Meanwhile, while we were in a wonderful location on the main street, the city came and told us we have to move because the entire buildings there will be broken up, and we have to look for a new location. Then I became very ill, And then we lost all our money. We didn't know what to do with our inventory of shoes. And then we lost all the money. America. And we didn't like it very much first, because we didn't speak the language. And, but my husband was a genius. He could establish himself anywhere in the world. So even though we had a very, very hard time, he started out something very funny. In our backyard, we established a little factory for shoe findings. I don't know what you understand under shoe findings. These are brushes, cleaners, items which you need for the shoe industry, giveaway items, and things like that. And little by little, he got back into his business, which originally was a shoe business. And one day, we saw some rubber sandals, which you call the tongues, which came from Japan. And then my husband found out where these shoes actually came from. So he investigated and researched this out, and he found the source where the shoes were manufactured in Japan. So he went to Japan and looked these things over, and he got an order here from a biggest shoe company in the United States, which was Edison Brothers at that time. And they gave him a letter of credit at that time in 1952 of over $100,000 to import the shoe for the United States market. When he was in Japan, he called me and he said to me, "Honey, do you have a pen in your hand?" And I said, "Why?" "Will you figure out how much money we make on this order?" And he gave me the prices, the import and the freight and the custom duty and all these things which I had to learn. And I figured out, and then all of a sudden I figured out, oh my God, we make $17,000 on that order in one shot. I couldn't believe it. That was my happiest moment, because we didn't have any money very much. We didn't have money. We struggled very hard. We didn't know the language. But after all, we made some money. And I said, oh, you know what? We can retire now. But you couldn't retire on $17,000. Nevertheless, it was 1952.